Let's freaking do this, my friends. This is Scratched Up Live number 23. I am your host, Derek Obscure. You've made it to Quarter Day Recordings. More specifically, you have made it to Scratched Up Live, a hip-hop research stream. It's happy holidays to everybody. There's already drama happening upstairs. I may be pulled away from this at times, just a forewarning. But yeah, what a show we have today. The old guard is falling, and I do not mean that lightly. I do not mean that lightly at all. The GOAT's getting in some serious hot water these days. And we're going to talk about it all here on Quarter Day Recording. Here on Scratched Up Live at Quarter Day Recordings tonight. How are we doing? How are we doing? Year's coming to a close. What a year it's been for the music industry as well. What a freaking year. What are we going to do about everything that just happened this year? Well, we're just going to keep trucking on forward, right? Actually, hip-hop is at a greater, more exciting place than it has been in, 10 years, I'd say. Like, literally, in my opinion, That is just my opinion, though. Take it with a grain of salt. That's what they say, right? So, tonight, as you can tell, maybe, by the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about JAYZ and Kanye West. Okay? Some pretty serious accusations, heinous accusations. We don't know exactly what's true, what's not true, but we're going to read what's out there, and we're going to digest it. You're going to hear my thoughts, and you have a chance to share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe we can duke it out. So yeah, JAYZ was accused of very heinous crime, wrapped up in the Diddy stuff. R-wording a 13-year-old, allegedly, in the year 2000, with Diddy. Not quite sure what to make of that. When I heard that, JAYZ's response is pretty interesting. If you haven't seen it by now, it's kind of surprising, but we will go over it. And then yesterday, the accuser admitted to mistakes in their allegations. So, we want to have fair reporting here. And I wasn't quite sure if I was going to cover the JAYZ thing, but it's kind of too big not to. And like I said, I don't know exactly what to make of it yet. But nobody, we just got to wait and see what evidence comes out. So far, we don't have any evidence. It's just all talk. Just all yapping. And that could mean anything. But this is the same guy that, the lawyer that brought this against JAYZ is the same exact lawyer that's bringing every other case against Diddy right now. This is all part of the, Diddy smorgasbord, as they say. So maybe this might be the high profile abusers that were threatened. The lawyer's name is Busby. He was threatening earlier in the summer, we're gonna be dropping big names. You guys just wait and see. We're gonna be dropping big names. Obviously, JAYZ is maybe that only name that drops. I don't know. At least the first. So we'll see. We'll read what we know, and we'll draw conclusions from there. Conclusions, rather. And then we also have Kanye, who about a month ago now was sued for sexual assault um, by America's Next Top Model contestant named Jennifer Ann. Uh, and we'll read about that. We'll just read about it. Also, Kanye wore a swastika to work and asked employees if they liked it. So we'll read about that too. But that'll be later. It will be a little bit later because at first we have some top of the show stuff to get to, and we'll just kind of roll those out one at a time. Alrighty. Okay, and that's how our stream's going to go tonight. We're going to talk about how the old guard is falling, specifically JAYZ and Kanye. It's kind of a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new light in hip hop. Well, at least maybe it will be in a couple years. Right now it's pretty dark. Let's get into it. I gotta eat. Sorry, guys. Chewing cam. You see, I'm in the spirit. I'm in the holiday spirit. I got my family upstairs. My wife and my daughter. So I kind of have to keep it quiet right now until my daughter falls asleep. Because if I'm too loud, she'll want to come downstairs. Which will be fine. But distracting. It's not a scratch up live stream until I put on the glasses, right? Oh shit. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new light. They're all smudgy. These glasses are all smudgy. But yeah. I had finals this last week. But what that really means is I only had one test. I had one final. But the semester is over. So I actually have more time now for the next month to focus on the channel, which is exciting because that's really where my heart is. So we'll be pumping out a lot of highlights over the next month. We'll be very consistent with our streaming schedule. We will be growing the channel. We will be hustling for the next month. Hustle. You know. Should we just hop into a story here? I don't know what I'm stalling for. I'm not stalling for anything at this point. I will show you one thing before I get into it. So, as you may or may not know, I've been collecting Pokemon cards. God damn it. I'm falling. Somebody help. We'll get there. Don't worry. There we are. I've been collecting Pokemon cards yesterday. I finally got my binder. And I am... Let's see if I can do this gracefully. Putting all my cards in order of the whole Pokemon list. So, generations 1 through 9 in order, which is kind of hard to see here. So a lot of them are blank because I don't have all of the Pokemon yet. But it's been very exciting. So I spent about 5 hours doing this yesterday, putting all the cards in the binder. So you can see, first page has a oh shit. So it's pretty difficult here, but super exciting. Pretty much the coolest shit ever. Huh. You guys impressed? For some reason, everybody I show the cards to, they don't seem to care. I don't get that. If somebody showed me their card collection, I'd be like, dude, that's what's up, bro. People don't care. That's okay. I care. Let me get a couple nuggies in real quick, and then we'll have fun. Oh, then I'll be able to have fun reading these stories here. The top of the show. I gotta get this energy back though. This just turned into a mukbang. Hope you're okay with that. They allow mukbangs on YouTube. So I'm eating chicken, right? And I got 3 sauces here: barbecue, ranch, and ketchup. And I'm realizing now, if you think about it, ketchup and ranch are closer in genre than you might think. And it all relies on the barbecue sauce. Because you can easily mix ketchup with barbecue sauce, and that's fine, right? You can also easily mix ranch with barbecue sauce, and that's fine, right? But can you mix ranch and ketchup? Maybe some people just already do that. To me, that's not something I would do. But I'm realizing now that they're more related than I might think. And the barbecue sauce is kind of the key between, it's the link between the two. Isn't that interesting? What happens if you mix all 3 together? Is that what Chick-fil-A sauce is? It might be. This is good content, right? Hey, I was an hour and 40 minutes late to the stream. I could have been later, but I didn't want to be, so I figured I'd just eat on stream. Hey, there's somebody watching. What's up? I'm just finishing my chicken real quick, and then we're gonna hop into here, I'll show you what we're gonna hop into. Top of the show, first story of the stream. NBA YoungBoy was sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison for possession of firearms. If you didn't know. So we're going to start with that. If you're here for the Kanye JAYZ stuff, stick around. I'm going to get to it. But we got a few top of the show stories to hit first, and then we will. But I need to finish this bite of chicken so I have the energy to do all this. Okay. Just ate the last bite. I'm feeling better. I got more energy. I can actually think now. We're gonna have fun here. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. Alright, baby. Slam that. That was only the second meal I had today, but my first meal was like a tiny chicken sandwich this morning, and now it's 9 p.m. So, nutrition, right? Basically just only ate fried chicken today. Fuck it. Alright. NBA YoungBoy sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison for possession of firearms. Now, I knew he was in jail. He was at least arrested, and now he was sentenced. That's what happened. So Louisiana-based rapper NBA YoungBoy, whose real name is Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden, and also goes by YoungBoy Never Broke Again, has been sentenced to 23 months in federal prison. The 25-year-old was sentenced for possessing a firearm as a convicted felon with charges deriving from his 2020 arrest. In 2020, Gaulden was shooting a music video in Baton Rouge when he and 15 others were detained for knowingly possessing firearms. More than a dozen guns were seized from the video set. In court docs issued December 10th and obtained by Variety, Gaulden has agreed to an imprisonment of 23 months followed by 60 months of probation. That's 60. Gaulden has been serving time in Utah since May for 6 charges of possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person and for a pattern of unlawful activity, potentially reducing his remaining sentence to approximately 12 months. Gaulden's lesser charges including procuring or attempting to procure drug prescription identity fraud, forgery, and possession of other controlled substances. Identity fraud? He pretending to be somebody else during a traffic arrest or something? Forgery? His relocation to Utah came as part of a plea deal in which his lawyers argue that moving to Utah would keep YoungBoy out of trouble, per a report from AP News. You know, shootings, they seem to follow certain people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, another person around me was shot. At a certain point, it stops becoming a coincidence, right? Even if you're not the one shooting. I know people like this. I do. Always around shootings. It's very odd. Very strange. How could that be? Before his onslaught of legal troubles, and at times concurrently, Gaulden was a popular artist on the Billboard charts with 5 out of 8 of his 2022 full-length releases entering the top 10 of the Billboard 200. The Last Slimita, which peaked at number 2 on the album's chart, was the rapper's final obligation to Atlantic Records, his label of 5 years. He was signed to Motown in 2022. He also claimed memorable features on songs by Migos, Juice WRLD, and Tyler, the Creator. And that's that. So, let me double check, make sure there's no other updates on that real quick. Yeah, not the biggest fan of YoungBoy's music. It's pretty much, he drops a lot of very similar sounding music. Like, his albums are always like 30 songs long. Check out the AP News. See if they got any extra info. So, sentenced by a federal judge in Utah. So, one of the charges carries a 23-month sentence, and the other orders 5 years of probation and a $200,000 fine. So, not only all that, but he has to pay $200,000. The rapper acknowledged that while filming a video in Baton Rouge, he possessed a Glock 21 45 caliber pistol and a Masterpiece Arms MPA 30T 9mm handgun. Like, I guess I understand wanting things to have things to show off. So I guess that's like part of the idea behind having these nice guns, or like, I don't know, nice guns. But is he really like? Is the idea behind these actually protection? Like, is that like he needs all these guns to feel safe? Is that true? Like, for real, or is it just a way to, flashy? Like, I like Pokemon cards. I'd be buying Pokemon cards. If Pokemon cards were illegal, I'd probably get in trouble owning Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? Is that what it's like? A little of both, I presume. Also, he said in April he possessed a Sig Sauer 9mm semi-automatic pistol at his home in Huntsville, Utah. He agreed to give up the guns. Golden has previously been convicted in Louisiana of aggravated assault with a firearm, according to a statement released in advance of the plea agreement. Utah agents raided Golden's home in April amid a complaint that he had possessed as a doctor in an effort... this is the identity fraud. There was a complaint that he posed as a doctor in an effort to obtain prescription painkillers. Ooh. Damn, bro. Bro thought he could get away with that shit. That's so dumb, dude. Motherfuckers think they're slick. Dude. These guys... Nobody's slick like that, okay? I mean, maybe some people, but certainly not somebody so high profile. Like, come on, dude. I guess that's better than, like, he doesn't want to get him off the street, maybe, because fentanyl or whatever. I can understand him being paranoid, as, after a bunch of other rappers have died for various reasons, including fentanyl. So I guess the idea is he wanted to get them straight from a doctor. As part of the federal plea deal, he would plead guilty to 10 state charges and be sentenced to time served plus a $25,000 fine. Golden apologized to the court and his family before federal judge Howard Nielsen handed down the sentence. KSL.com reported. I let my situation get the best of me, Golden said. He added, I take full responsibility. Oh, that's nice. So maybe he goes away for 2 years and he comes back a better, rehabilitated. NBA, just the guns, it's not worth it, man. No, I don't know what your life is like. I don't know what you have to be paranoid about exactly, but it's not worth it, bro. Especially for somebody in your position. I'm talking straight to him right now. Hire bodyguards to hold the guns. Legally. If you don't feel safe, hire a professionally trained bodyguard to protect you. Let them hold the guns. And if it's a thing where you just like to show off the material, if it's a material thing, there's not much I can help you with that. Look at more I don't know. There's a lot of things to collect out there. There's a lot of cool things you can collect and get excited about. Obviously, jewelry is one thing that comes to mind, but I'm sure he has tons of that. But getting to, I don't know. There's tons of shit. Getting to Pokemon cards. Getting to fucking baseball cards or some shit. I don't know. But guns, man, it's not worth it, bro. Clearly. Yeah. Yeah, your chicken's on the oven. Her chicken's on the stove. Dinner's ready. Alright. So yeah, he takes full responsibility. So that's very nice. I hope he comes out. I hope this is he takes this as a really serious learning lesson. Because I like him as an artist fairly. I mean, he's not my favorite musician, but I listen to his albums. I mean, I scan through them and pick out the ones that I like, honestly. But so this is the refocus. something that he needs to help focus creatively. You know, you just got to make the best of this, NBA. My thoughts are with you, man. And I'm sure he probably won't serve the full 23 months. He'll probably get out for some reason or another, maybe after a year. Nielsen said he hopes Golden will get to a place where he can make decisions that are totally unfettered by substances, noting that he would have to walk the straight and narrow by completing court-ordered substance abuse treatment and mental health evaluations. Excuse me. This has been a long road that involved extensive litigation and ultimately extensive negotiation, Atlanta attorney Drew Findling said in a statement Wednesday. Cantrell's defense team is very happy for Cantrell, and we look forward to his many future successes. He will be successful in the future. You know, this is just a very small, short stint setback for NBA, and although very serious, he will get through it. And hopefully he is rehabilitated on the other side. Hopefully he gets through the substance abuse, programs or whatever, and because he has a very bright future ahead of him. This is not the end for NBA YoungBoy. He's still super young, so we're rooting for you, man. You'll make it through this. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so we'll get into it. This is a bit of a funnier one. We're going to get into the deeper details of this, but right off the bat here, 50 Cent trolls JAYZ for his Mufasa red carpet appearance after rape allegations. So I was kind of I was wondering how the hip-hop community was going to take the JAYZ news. You know, I imagine people are going to be very defensive of this. I am too. You know, I don't want this to be true. But leave it up to 50 Cent to immediately, to not even miss a beat, go straight to trolling JAYZ. Whether he knows these accusations are true or not is beside the point. 50 Cent, I used to be like, I don't know how I feel about 50. He's too, I don't trust him, blah, blah, blah. He has, his only allegiance is Dr. Dre and Eminem. And through all these years, that is still true. Like, you gotta respect that shit. The undying, just the hate that he gives out to everybody else, unless it's Eminem or Dr. Dre or basically that's it. So not even JAYZ is safe from 50 Cent's trolling. I'm inspired by it. And it is nice to see somebody in hip-hop not tiptoe around this, because even, I feel like I have to tiptoe around this because I don't know. We don't know if this is true. We need to wait for the evidence. But if anybody has the space to troll JAYZ, it's 50 Cent. And I find that hilarious. What's up, Rap Hoarder? I fuck with your page, bro. Or I don't know, bro, girl, bae, them. I don't know. But your Instagram page, I like it. I see what you're doing there. And hop on over if you want to watch the real live stream. Click the link in my bio. It'll take you to the YouTube. You can see what I'm seeing, hear what I'm hearing. So yeah, yes. JAYZ supported his wife, Beyonce, and daughter, Blue Ivy, at the premiere of their new film, Mufasa: The Lion King, and 50 Cent had something to say about it. 50 Cent is not letting JAYZ ignore the rape allegations he's been hit with. Just a few days ago, the Empire State of Mind rapper was accused of raping a 13-year-old girl at MTV After Party in 2000 in a civil lawsuit. Although he is yet to be charged, he quickly addressed the heartbreaking claims and demanded the cynical and calculated rape lawsuit be dismissed. Despite the claims potentially having a chilling impact on his wife Beyonce, his family stood as a united front as they made a rare public appearance together. JAYZ supported his wife Beyonce and his daughter Blue Ivy as they walked the red carpet for the premiere of their new film Mufasa: The Lion King. The Love on Top singer revives her role as Nala, which she first played in 2019 in the original live-action movie. She has recruited Blue to play her on-screen daughter Kiara, something like that. By the way, Blue Ivy is only like 13 years old. Look how tall she is. I assume she's in heels or something, but that's crazy. And also, she looks like the perfect blend of her parents. It's quite something. The story acts as the prequel to The Lion King, following orphaned cub Mufasa as he meets young heir Scar. I don't care about the plot of the fucking movie. Many were shocked to see Jay-Z walking the red carpet since he rarely makes red carpet appearances. He didn't even pose for photos at the Grammy Awards earlier this year when he was awarded the Global Impact Award. Oh, that fact is striking, actually. That's like, dude, you didn't have to go. Like, I obviously, like, I see, like, it's all PR. His statement, and we will get into it. We'll read his response to the lawsuit and all of that. But it's his PR is so manicured that they're manicuring authenticity by, like, his statement was so, like, off the cuff that even that I feel like was a PR move. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Just saying. So, like, obviously he's showing face the day after these allegations because he's got to show that he's not scared by this. That, you know, he's standing strong. He's not folding. And so I see why, but it's like a little forced. Very forced. Especially given he didn't even pose for photos at the Grammy Awards when he won the Global Impact Award earlier this year. So, like, it's so forced. So, among the ones that were surprised was his rival 50 Cent, who couldn't help himself but upload an already deleted post about his signing. Rival 50 Cent? Is there a JAYZ 50 Cent beef that I'm unaware of? I mean, 50 Cent has so many beefs with so many different people. I can't blame me for not being privy to all of them, but I feel like that's a pretty big one that I would know about. But fuck, I guess I don't know. He posted a photo of the Carter family, because this is the first time I've ever heard of 50 mentioning Jay-Z. But I guess I must be mistaken. You took a bath? Mm-hmm. That's cool. Okay. Vivian took a bath. Among the ones that were surprised was his rival 50 Cent, who couldn't help. Okay, he posted a photo of the Carter family accompanied by a caption that read, Jay said they said I raped a kid. Everybody gets dressed. We going to see Mufasa. They said I raped a kid. Everybody get dressed. We're going to see Mufasa. Jay-Z has vehemently denied these claims with his statement. Which, like I said, we'll get into that. Oh, is there more? Oh, there is more. Okay. Their feud dates back to 1999 when 50 Cent first came onto the rap scene and released a single called How to Rob, where he took a shot at several rappers, including Jay-Z. See, I didn't know about that. This is news to me. 50 Cent is also among the individuals who have spoken out about Diddy's recent arrest. He's been behind bars since September of 24 for several alleged crimes, including conspiracy, racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy has pled not guilty and has vehemently denied the charges. In a previous interview with People, he poked fun at the people who believed he was saying extremely outrageous things about the rapper for years. He said, I stayed away from that stuff the entire time because this is not my style. I believe 50. He's so real. And that is the end of it. Man, these websites are crazy with the ads. I could use ad blocker, but I think they add some entertainment value. I think it's great. Okay, so we're kind of blowing through these top of the stories here. I mean, top of the we're good. We're blowing through these top of the show stories here. I only have one left, but that's because our later show stories, I guess, are going to take up most of the time. But we do have one more top of the show to hit. Then we're going to get into music of the week. Got some music of the week shout outs. Going to shout those out real quick. And then we're going to get into the JAYZ and the Kanye. And talk about the old guard crumbling and cracking right before our very eyes. Very eyes. At least some of it. But first, this is on a serious note here. Okay, on a very serious note. OG Maco is in surgery, or was in surgery a couple days ago after a parent's suicide attempt. So OG Maco created the song You Guessed It. You might remember, like 2014-ish. Bitch, you guessed it, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see what kind of details we have. So, OG rapper, best known for his 2014 viral smash, You Guessed It, was rushed to the hospital Thursday morning with a gunshot wound to the head. TMZ Hip Hop can confirm. The fact that they have a gun ad right below is pretty fucked up. TMZ, you might want to clean that up. It's pretty bad. Police sources say they responded to a 911 call in the LA area at 10 a.m. after a neighbor heard a gun go off inside a home. It's unclear what transpired leading up to the shot, but all signs point to an apparent suicide attempt. We're told the ATL-born Maco was found unresponsive and was rushed to a local hospital and immediately into surgery. A firearm was also retrieved at the scene. Maco's manager, Papa Perk, tells TMZ Hip Hop his longtime friend is not deceased but needs urgent prayers from all his friends, fans, supporters, and associates. If you don't know this song, maybe you can play a snippet of it. Hold on.
Happy holidays.
This ain't nigga with Hollywood and shit. Well,
Yeah.
fuck that nigga.
Bitch, you
Hey,
guessed
bro.
it.
I mean,
Should recognize.
bitch, you guessed it.
So, that's our guy. You know, very, very recognizable, popular song. Maco was one of the legendary QC Records' first breakout stars in the mid-2010s. We're told he has plenty of fresh new music in the vault as well. The story is developing. Get well soon. I might have more info on that. Found that article a couple days ago, like right when it happened. Pretty sure. Let's check out Hip Hop DX's article about it. So sad, man. Suicide awareness, for real. For real, for real. You never know who. You never know who's feeling what. Police reportedly responded to... Okay, we read that. He was found unresponsive, rushed to a hospital. Okay. So he has also suffered various health issues in recent years, including surviving a near-fatal car crash in 2016 that left him with multiple skull fractures, a cracked vertebrae, a broken orbital, and heart palpitations. Whoa. And as far as, you know, you never know, like with head injuries, skull fractures and shit, he, that might have changed his personality or something, or his moods, or something, you know, you never know after a serious injury like that, what that's done to a person's brain. That could eventually lead to something like a suicide attempt or something even worse. The rapper also underwent surgery to fix his right eye, which was injured during the accident. 3 years later, Maco was diagnosed with the flesh-eating disease necrotizing fasciitis, which left much of the skin on his face disfigured. What? Reveals he's suffering from flesh-eating disease. This is 2019. OG Maco opened up about a serious medical issue he's been dealing with for the past few months. So this could, I mean, holy shit. The Atlanta-bred artist used his Instagram stories to reveal his battle with a flesh-eating disease and shared some photos of its effects. So much healing has occurred thanks to God and my doctors that I'm willing to show all a fraction of what I've been going through, he wrote as a caption to the first photo. I was improperly treated for a minor rash and ended up with a skin-eating disease for the last few months. How do you improperly treat, like what? How do you improperly treat a minor rash and then it turns into a skin-eating disease? This is the best it looked. I hope it gives someone hope. I wish we had the photo. No photo. Maco noted how the suffering he's gone through has been compounded by a lack of support from his loved ones. Whoa. I've been going through this alone 90% of the time. Oh, man. Oh, man, my heart goes out to this man. Without the support of I've been going through this alone 90% of the time without the support of the person I love, without most of my friends, without anything but my own strength and God. He explained girlfriends, lovers will leave you at your worst. Friendship is many times just a word. Actions are everything. Believe in those who show you actions worth believing in. Maco also posted a video about his difficult experience with the disease. I know it took a lot to share any of that because I've been going through this for about 3 months, he said, and everybody I thought would really be there, who I really thought could depend on, wasn't there, he added. It caused me to not really trust anybody or believe in anything. I went through really the worst of it. I've been scared a lot. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to lose my entire face. I almost did. After opening up on Instagram, the creator of the viral hit, you guessed it, thanked fans for the support via Twitter. I love you all and appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart, he wrote. Thank you. So, all of that is really sad to read, and then even sadder with this most recent news that he literally attempted suicide. He's been spending the last 7 years feeling like he doesn't have anybody, going through a really scary medical condition, doesn't have anybody. Now, granted, I don't know what he's like, but he does seem to be a pretty thoughtful person, the way that he came off in this Instagram stories. So my heart goes out to this man. It really does. So we're back to the original article. Just going back into the same story we just read. So yeah, anyone struggling with suicidal thoughts or their mental health is encouraged to call the toll-free 24-hour suicide and crisis lifeline by dialing 988. They made it really simple this year. 988, National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Toll-free, 24 hours. Give it a go if you're struggling or if you know somebody's struggling. Okay. So, now I want to get into my music of the week shoutouts. Okay? And then we will go down the rabbit hole of the JAYZ news, which there is plenty, actually. I have a lot of JAYZ news, obviously the recent accusations, but then I had some JAYZ news that was piling up over the last couple of weeks anyways. So I think I'm just going to hit it all. Some of it unrelated, some of it's random, but it's all kind of interesting. But we'll start with the rape accusations and the lawsuit. We'll get into JAYZ's response. We'll get into yesterday the accuser admitted to mistakes in her allegations, and JAYZ lashed onto that pretty quickly. And then we've also got Kanye news. That's kind of old at this point, but we have not talked about it on the channel. And to me, it's still fresh. It's still relevant. It's still worth talking about because not enough people are talking about this shit. Kanye was he's being sued for sexual assault by an America's Next Top Model contestant, Jennifer Ann. Has a pretty interesting, pretty gnarly story about Kanye from like 10 years ago. So it's pretty old, but it's just another brush stroke in the mural that is Kanye's personality, that the public persona. Okay, and the last couple of years, it's been pretty nasty, you know. It was a beautiful, flawless mural for a long time, but at a certain point, Kanye literally pulled his pants down, started pooping in his hand, and smearing it on the canvas, and telling everybody that he can do that because he's Kanye, and that doesn't fly over here. So it's just another smear of shit to add to the colorful mural that is Kanye West. And then also we'll sprinkle in a little Kanye apparently wore a swastika shirt to work and it asked employees if they liked it. So that's just a little fun bonus content there. And that'll be the end of the stream. So I should be able to hit all of that. But first, new music of the week shout outs. I need music, like transition music for I've got intro music. I need transition music for the music of the week segment, and then I need rabbit hole segment transition music, because that's like the 3 sections of the stream that I go through. The top of the show, which would be the intro song, music of the week, need a song for that, and then the rabbit holes, need a song for that, and visual transitions. I'm gonna work on all that. We are figuring things out 1 week at a time, trying to keep things fresh, trying to add things where I can. It's just a one-man operation out here, making everything myself, doing all the research myself, all the thumbnails, all the editing, everything. So I can only do so much. I'm pretty happy that I got intro music finally. So now I need to work on the other transitions. Music of the week. Let's get into it. Starting with albums, projects. Only one this week. Only one. But it's a good one. It's a special one. The Skeleton Key. I can't speak. The Skeleton Key by Rock Marciano and The Alchemist. Let's give a little golf clap. This is their second collab project. The first being 2022's, well, now I forget the name of it. What was that shit? How embarrassing. Doesn't really matter. But, no, oh yeah, the Elephant Man's Bones was their first collab. And this is a nice follow-up. What can I say? Rock Marciano, he's actually getting better and better. I think, like, he has, obviously his style doesn't change or anything. No big, like, sweeping changes, but I feel like his writing must be getting better, 'cause he just sounds sharper, just very sharp and to the point on this project, and that's what I'm appreciating about it. Cuts the fat, and honestly, my biggest gripe with it is some of the repetitiveness of The Alchemist's beats. So this is far from a perfect project, but definitely the best project to come out this week that I listened to. And it's just like little drops of ear candy, you know. Some of the songs are kind of short. Actually, yeah, some are kind of short, bordering on 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. Some of the beats are a little repetitive, but Rock is sharp as hell here, okay? And they really trimmed the fat. It's a very to the point project. 26 minutes long, so yeah, kind of see my point. 10 songs, 26 minutes long. It's good shit. It's a nice little canvas, you know. The album art is like an abstract canvas painting, and this project very much feels like some abstract audio abstract painting, but just like a small, like just like a, you know, 2 by 2 foot canvas, you know, just like something nice, small, compact, but very effortlessly beautiful. Okay, so that's our project of the week. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs I want to shout out. 6 songs specifically. I'll start with, since we're already talking about Rock and Alchemist, I will specifically point out the song Chopstick. If you're going to listen to one from this project, I would recommend Chopstick. Yeah, I mean, I'll just throw that out there. I just told you my thoughts on the album. So, next song, I want to shout out Boxing Night on the new, where is it? On the new D-Lo, Bossman D-Lo album. Bossman D-Lo, double XL freshman this year, and reminiscent style of Kodak Black. If you like Kodak Black, I would definitely give this a shot. And this is definitely the standout on the album for me. This song, it stands out like in the track list sonically, It's very tempo-wise slower than the rest of them. There's a lot of it's kind of dark and creepy. Let me get a little refresher here. Wait, why, where's my sound? Where's my sound? Why is my sound not working? Hold on, you guys. I gotta deal with my family. We so back right now, and we're back with none other than Vivian Love Kaufman. Everybody, round of applause for Vivian Kaufman. I don't know where that is. Then you have to play with all that. Okay. Anyways, I was shouting out the song Boxing Night, and I was trying to listen to it, but for some reason my sound wasn't working, and that was concerning me. I don't know. Oh, that's why.
I'm gonna remember that shit. But y'all niggas really
Kind
be
of,
trying
so
to act like y'all saying something
Let me see
to me
here.
important.
Hitting like we in a hockey fight, baby. We some both sides niggas, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I like the song. It's a long album. Like I said, it's reminiscent of Kodak Black, but different kind of vocal style. I'll give it a shot. At least this one song. Featuring Babyface Ray as well. I really like how dark the song is. It's like you're creeping in the night. That's the type of vibe. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of dark. Makes you look over your shoulder. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I appreciate that in my hip hop music. The creepiness, like Nightmare on Elm Street type shit. You know, but it's like banging. So you like bopping your head as you get murdered, right? That's the idea. I'm telling you guys, this song is hard as fuck. I don't know how else to put it. So go check it out. Boxing Night, featuring Babyface Ray by Boss Man D-Lo. Double XL Freshman, 2024. So, you know, important stuff, right? Okay. Next up. Next song shout out. We are shouting out a song from the newest Snoop Dogg album. The song is titled Skyscrapers by Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Method Man, and somebody named Smitty. Never heard of Smitty before. This is a good ass song, you know, on an otherwise bad album. Not gonna lie, this new Snoop Dogg album, it's not looking great for our 60-year-old hip hop legends. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's fine. It's okay. It's honestly it's more respectable than I anticipated, I guess. So there's some good songs on here. It could have been way worse. Let's say that. That's about as nice as I can get about it. This album could have been so much worse. But we got a handful of okay songs. Skyscrapers being the best of them. You know, it's a class. You got to go check it out. If you're a fan of Dr. Dre, you got to go check out the Skyscraper song. Just do it for me. Do it for Dre. Do it for the West Coast. You don't got to listen to the whole Snoop Dogg album. But if you want to, it might be worth some of your time. Okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Okay. Next song I need to shout out is on this little interesting little EP by the late great DMX. So this is like a prayer EP. Let me read about it actually. Though the secular generally trumps the sacred across rap's biggest hits, the genre's relationship with faith and religion nonetheless manifests via the lyrics of many of its more notable artists. Among them, DMX became known to his true fans for his declarative sermons almost as much as his distinctive Yonkers bark. On Let Us Pray, Chapter 10, his second posthumous project after 2021's guest-heavy exodus, a handful of his hip-hop homilies find fresh arrangements by Warren Campbell and high-profile support from guest vocalists. Though Killer Mike is the first to take the pulpit on Favor, the late Earl Simmons soon emerges with gratitude and gravitas, backed by powerful choir callbacks from Mary Mary. Christian rap star Lecrae gives glory to God on Bear With Me before X, in turn, offers his own words of gratitude. His voice booms on One Life to Do It with MC Lyte and quavers on Until I'm Gone. So, it was very curious. He's like just praying on this album. Like he's like literally just like giving a sermon on most of these songs. So I was like, okay, so maybe upon deeper listen, I needed to listen to it again. There's more like rapping than I caught on the surface, but really the only song that's like seems like a real song, rap song, is Until I'm Gone. And this shit is beautiful. It's awesome. It's got Terrace Martin on the fucking whatever he plays the Terrace Martin plays the saxophone, right? And right? See, man, I'm tripping. What does Terrace Martin play? He plays the saxophone, right? Or the trumpet? It's not gonna tell me right off the top here. He's obviously a record producer. I know that. Jazz drummer. Yeah, he plays the saxophone. Right, obviously. I knew that. I was just double checking myself here. But Terrace Martin on the sax in the song. It's like a Kendrick song, but it's DMX and it's got Snoop Dogg on it. And then this Lena Bird Miles is singing on it. This is just dope. DMX bearing his soul. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Highly recommend Until I'm Gone by DMX featuring Snoop Dogg, Terrace Martin, and Lena Bird Miles. It's good shit. All right. Next, I need to shout out the song 9 to 5 by Flea Lord and Richard Millie. Okay. Flea Lord is from New York, somewhere on the East Coast. New York or Buffalo, maybe even. I found him through the Griselda boys, the Griselda guys, and wasn't too sold on him at first, but as we've gone into the 2020s, mainly starting in 2022, I really started to catch an ear for Flea Lord. Now, this newest project of his isn't that fantastic. It's not like his greatest or anything. It's far from it. But this last song, 9 to 5, is a vibe. It's a very nice, good song I had it.
Give it up, I got the fam.
You know, very orchestral. But, you know, it's opulent. It's opulence, baby. It's opulence. And from there, we only have one more song. Okay? Just one more. You guys want to know what it is? Well, the last song that I want to shout out this week is the newest Pink Sifu single, Who You With Ho, by Pink Sifu and Cal Banks. Pink, he just announced a new album coming out. I can't remember the exact date, but next year maybe? Oh, I can't. It's either this month or next month. But this is like the second or third single from it. They're all sounding fucking awesome. Like each one is super just heavy in its own way. Like Pink, he has a knack for finding the groove in the pocket and just hitting like your soul. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel when I listen to Pink Sifu. He always like he locks you in. You're not really sure for the first like minute of the song, but when the song locks in, dude. So I'm honestly preparing for this to hopefully be his best album to date. That'd be sick. And that's tough competition because he's got a great discography. But yeah, Who You With Ho? It's hard. It's heavy. It's dark. It's raw. It's lit. It's scratched up live, baby. And that's how we do it over here. That was our new music of the week. Shout outs. Go check them out. After the stream, I will link them all down in the description. So what do we want to do now? I've got all these stories. I've got the whole JAYZ stuff, including, the lawsuit, including JAYZ-backed cannabis company fails after spending $500 million, including JAYZ sues the city of Kansas City. Kansas. I live in Kansas City, Missouri. I go to school in Kansas City, Kansas. He's suing Kansas City, Kansas. Okay, I've been meaning, these are JAYZ stories I've been kind of kicking down the road for a while, but with the lawsuit news, I'm like, oh shit, okay, well now I actually have a reason to talk about JAYZ, so let's hit them all. And then also JAYZ published this, in light of the rape accusations, this doesn't, like, who cares, but this is a thing. JAYZ published his Book of Hove exhibit into a book titled The Book of Hove, a tribute to JAYZ. So he's been, he's cooking. He's cooking. Was, at least. Now he's cooking legal defenses. But so I guess we just get into it. Right? The fall of the old guard. Okay. The fall of the old guard. 1 second here, y'all. La 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 la. This is rough for Jay. I knew it wasn't gonna be nice. Whoever was gonna be named in the ditty, whoever was gonna be wrapped up in the ditty. Tony Busby. He's been warning us. There's big names that are gonna drop. People are gonna be shocked. He's been saying that since the summer. Busby is the name of the lawyer who's brought the accusations against Diddy and JAYZ now. I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. JAYZ was kind of predictable. The internet kind of predicted that already. We've been talking. Okay? Not me, specifically. What am I going to add? Get him! I don't want JAYZ to go down like this. But if he did this, let's see the evidence. Let's air it all out. We need to know. We need to know. Right, Vivi? Do we need to know? Yes, we need to know. Okay. So, JAYZ accused in civil lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. By the way, that's the picture I used of him in the thumbnail. Cool ass beanie. Also, I do like JAYZ's dreads. They're very thick. Very impressive. Let's see here. JAYZ, the star rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit Sunday of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly, along with Sean Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party. The federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant. It was refiled Sunday to include Carter. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, did not comment. Carter called the allegations idiotic, Carter is JAYZ, in a lengthy statement Sunday evening and alleged that Busby was engaged in unprofessional behavior. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Carter said in a statement to NBC News, these alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing the case when shown NBC News' report on the lawsuit. So if the U.S. Attorney's Office picks this up and starts pursuing this case, that will signal to me that there is legitimate evidence here.
Help me with that.
That would be nuts. And the fact that they've already done that with Diddy, now there seems to be a lot of evidence against Diddy. And that's why he's in jail right now. If the state of New York decides that there is a lot of evidence against JAYZ in this as well, JAYZ could end up in jail easily, you guys. If he's done this, he could end up in jail, and he should end up in jail. Obviously, we need the evidence. I have to assume that Busby has evidence. I mean, I have to assume that. If he wants any credibility left after this. I don't know too much about Tony Busby. I know that there is people online talking about, like, he's been a known lawyer for some time. Let's read more about Tony here. So this is the lawyer bringing everything against Diddy and now JAYZ. This man. Oh yeah, so he was involved in the BP litigation. Busby appeared on the cover of New York Times Magazine in November 2010 regarding his role in the litigation against BP following the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. That was like a legitimate thing. You know, that's a good-ass thing to go after. You know, I mean, that just builds credibility for him in my mind. The article described him as one of the most successful trial lawyers in Texas. In 2017, Busby represented the family of a victim of an oil rig explosion. As of April 6, 2021, Busby represents at least 21 clients alleging sexual misconduct against NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson. Wow. In 2021, Busby filed a $750 million lawsuit against rapper Travis Scott. Oh, yeah, he's the guy that the Travis Scott Astroworld disaster on behalf of 120 victims who died or were injured during the Astroworld Festival crowd crush. Busby is also a property developer. He owns Busby Properties, a real estate firm focused on various suburbs in the greater Houston area. He also owns some properties in Florida. In 2013, Busby was brought on to lead the legal team representing Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton in his impeachment trial before the Texas Senate. In 2023, Busby and Washington Ho started a line of THC-infused seltzer named Ho Buzz. Okay, so he's in the weed industry. That is odd. Busby was the lead trial attorney for Rebecca Grossman, who was convicted of second-degree lead trial attorney for Rebecca Grossman, who was convicted of second-degree murder in L.A. in 2024 after a 2020 hit-and-run that killed two brothers. He argued that former pro baseball pitcher Scott Erickson had struck the children first while racing Grossman. Okay, interesting. And then the whole Diddy thing, and then now JAYZ. Politics. He's run for Texas stuff. Supported Rick Perry's presidential campaign, who was a Republican, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Supporting. Wait, where? Oh. In 2016, Busby hosted a fundraiser at the River Oaks mansion for then presidential candidate Donald Trump. Oh, that's strange. So in 2016, he's hosting fundraisers for Trump. Fast forward to these days, and he is representing victims of sexual assault. So later on, following the release of the Access Hollywood tape, Busby disavowed Trump and stated his intention to write in veteran Dan Moren for president. Subsequently, Busby gave $500,000 to Trump's inaugural committee. Okay, so this is good to know. So Busby, he's kind of full of shit, at least politically, like morally. I don't know, you guys. Let me just say this. Busby's heart, it's not in the place we think it is. It's not in the place that we think it is just based on all these lawsuits he's filing. Okay, he's a bit of a shark. Okay, not to take anything away from the Diddy victims or anything. You know, I believe a lot of it. I do. Houston mayoral ran for mayor. Turner accused Busby's campaign of running a deepfake ad. Okay. Personal life, Busby married Zoe Benson in 91. They have 4 children together. Whoa. Busby was arrested. Okay. In 2016, Busby was arrested in Harris County on charges related to driving while intoxicated. By December, the Harris County District Attorney had dismissed the case, though controversy ensued due to Busby completing a year-long probation program in just 8 months in his previous financial contributions to the district 2014 election campaign. So he's paying off. Vivian, no, don't stuff stuff in there. Thank you. No, take that out, please. Keep pulling it out. Thank you. Okay, the following year, Busby garnered public attention for parking a fully operational World War II-era Sherman M4A4 tank named Cheyenne on Houston's River Oaks Boulevard. This incident led to a series of parking citations and a conflict with the River Oaks Property Owners Association, resulting in the tank's eventual relocation to Texarkana. That's so strange, dude. He's kind of a weirdo. He's giving me RFK Jr. vibes, just like eccentric, crazy man, like high energy, weirdo, crazy man, up to weird, expensive stuff all the time. In February 21, while Busby's River Oaks home was under renovations and he stayed at the Four Seasons and Post Oak Hotel in Houston, he decided to sleep on the streets during an Arctic storm to prove a point and raise awareness. Man, this guy is a bit of a provocateur. He is a bit of a showman. He is a bit of a media junkie. Okay, but he is successful. He is a legitimate lawyer. He sometimes goes after the right thing. He's sometimes focused on the right thing, sometimes not. Hold on, you guys. I have to take my daughter back upstairs because she's being disruptive. So, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. One second, you guys. I just ended the Instagram live and I'm going to post it. So I'm still here. You guys are here with me. We're taking a pee break. This is a good time to go pee. Or something. Whatever you need to do. Go get up, stretch your legs. Go follow me on Instagram. By the way, give this video a thumbs up. That helps so much. You know, little things. You know, it's so easy. It's so free. It takes nothing from you. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. And if you really like it, give me a subscribe or whatever. But, you know, be sure to like this video. Leave a comment, too. But, yeah, you can follow me. You can follow Quarter Day Recordings on Instagram. At Quarter Day Recordings. No spaces, no periods. You can follow me, Derek Obscure, on Instagram. You can also follow Quarter Day Recordings on TikTok. At Quarter Day Recordings. 1 second. I'm going to post this video on Instagram. And then I'm going to put Vivian to bed. And then we're going to continue the juicy JAYZ shit. Actually, we're in the middle of Tony Busby. I guess we wrapped that up. Interesting. I'm glad I did that. Because we need to know, who is this guy? Tony. That is accusing JAYZ. You know, who gives a fuck about Diddy? Like, Diddy's fucked. The evidence is too much. But, you know, this is a very heinous thing that he's accused JAYZ of. But Tony Busby himself is a pretty questionable character. He kind of lies. So we don't know. We don't know. Okay? Bitch, you guessed it. Man, I hope OG Maco makes it through. I really do. My heart hurts for that man. Let me turn the mic down. I'm going to put her upstairs. Be right back. We're going to bust through the rest of this. No distractions. Okay? 1 second. What's up, you guys? I'm fucking back. Vivian's asleep. Everybody's in bed. It's just you and me now, baby. Just you and me. And this JAYZ story. Many JAYZ stories, actually, and Kanye stories. We will get into all of it. By the way, I was in a electronic circuits class this semester. One of the projects I made, soldered. I love how the color. Look how sick that looks, dude. That's so cool. Look at that shit, y'all. When I'm done with school, really maybe next semester, I don't know. I'm going to be doing more music-related things on this stream, on this channel. Might make a different, something separate from Scratched Up Live. I don't know. Definitely will be on quarter-day recordings, but something where I'm like creating music on stream. How's that sound? It'd be sick. It'd be fun. You kind of done that on Instagram in the past. But, I got synthesizers and shit here that would be fun to play with on stream. Make some beats, maybe. And put this hip-hop talk to the fucking test, It's easy to talk about hip-hop, but can you make it? I kind of can. I can throw my hat in the ring. Also made this. This is an amplifier. Amplifies voltage. Or current, I guess. I don't know. It's a potentiometer right here. Control the resistance. All sorts of fun stuff. Also made this thing. Video game. Soldered it all together from like a little $20 Amazon kit. Soldering is fun, you guys. Electronic circuits. Trying to figure out what do you want to do with your life. A lot of job opportunities in electronic circuits. If you like technology, if you like, I don't know. If you're into like building things, it's great. Our entire world is created with electronic circuits. Everything around you, not everything, but all the fun things. Okay, I know. I'm over here stalling at this point. Just stalling. I'll be surprised if anybody's still here right now. Oh, what's up? You know what? 2 concurrent viewers. Y'all are the realest. Y'all are so real. 2 of you, wherever you are, whoever you are. I may know you. More than likely, I have had some sort of interaction with you. Maybe not. I don't know. Talk to me in the chat. 3! Another person just popped in. Alright, let's get back into it. Glad you all are here. We're talking about the JAYZ lawsuit. Okay? We have a whole bunch of JAYZ stories that all kind of culminated into this civil lawsuit where he has been accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in the year 2000 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. We just looked at Tony Busby's Wikipedia page. This is the lawyer who's bringing everything against Diddy, and now these accusations against JAYZ as well. He has a storied history. He has a very interesting past. he has his hands in a lot of different things throughout the years, including the BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill. He successfully represented a family of a victim of that explosion. He also is representing 21 clients against alleging sexual misconduct against NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson. But then he also, he's doing all these like great, progressive, what could be seen as like woke fighting these woke fights here, but then he's also giving $500,000 to the Trump's inauguration campaign, if I can find it. I don't know here. Yeah. Gave $500,000 to Trump's inauguration campaign after he disavowed Trump when the Access Hollywood tape came out. But before he disavowed him, he also hosted a fundraiser for Trump at his own mansion. So this man, he's kind of seen right now as like, oh, this great, like, he's fighting the good fight, fighting for justice, his bastion of morality. That's not really what this man is. He's more of an opportunist. I mean, he's an opportunist, and he has run for mayor. He's getting his name out there always. He's also in this weird thing. He owns a World War II era Sherman M4A4 tank, and he parked it outside of his house, and had like a huge conflict with the River Oaks Property Owners Association. And then he also in 2021 he did this weird publicity stunt where he slept on the streets during an Arctic storm to prove a point and raise awareness of what exactly it doesn't say. Maybe we can find info on that. Look at this guy. This is the guy that's suing Diddy and JAYZ now. So, it kind of leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Like, ugh. Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, this website won't let me. Oh, that's such bullshit. Well, the Wikipedia page cited a article that is under a paywall, but apparently he slept on the streets of. Let's see. I was going to look it up. I don't care that much. Let's go back to JAYZ. Let's see here. So, JAYZ says these allegations are heinous. Oh yeah, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing the case when shown NBC News' reports on the lawsuit. So yeah, if the Southern District of New York, what is wrong with my fucking mouse? If they end up pursuing JAYZ for this, that gives this the actual like credibility that it needs to be taken serious. Up until this point, I don't trust this Tony guy. I believe a lot of the Diddy victims stuff that I've read. Like, we have evidence that we've seen publicly about the Diddy situation, so that's a little different. But this like one JAYZ accusation that's kind of out of nowhere, doesn't align with anything else we've heard about JAYZ up until this point. I'm not too convinced yet. But if the state of New York starts to pursue JAYZ, then I'm like, now we got something on our hands here. That means there's actual evidence. Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months. All have withheld their complainants' names, accusing Combs of assault and rape. This is the first suit in which he has named another high-profile defendant. In a statement, legal reps for Combs called the suits shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. Oh, he really? Okay, so that's not great. Dude, this website is fucking with me right now. It can't be my mouse, right? Every time I try and highlight something, it shoots me up. But listen to this. Is this JAYZ is trying to defend Diddy. In a statement, legal representatives for Combs. Oh, no. Okay. These are Combs' lawyers. Sorry, that like shocked me for a moment because I thought it was Jay-Z's quote. So yeah, of course, yeah, that makes sense. As his legal team has said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. Like, come on. He definitely did it, like, at least one person. They've got to give on at least one. Like, come on. Diddy, like, come on. You can admit to one. It definitely happened at least once, y'all. Federal prosecutors in New York criminally charged Combs in September with racketeering, sex trafficking, and other offenses, and he is behind bars at Brooklyn's Metro Detention Center after he was denied bail for a third time last month. His trial is scheduled for May 5th. Prosecutors said in a court hearing last month that they are in the process of potentially bringing more charges against Combs in a superseding indictment. Dude, he is like more fucked than anybody. Like, the only person that could... No, I was going to say the only other person that I'm like, yo, like, that person's fucked beyond belief is Alex Jones. But even Alex Jones isn't in prison. You know, he may have lost a $1 billion lawsuit that he'll obviously never be able to pay it back. But he's a free man. Technically. Diddy is fucked. Like, so far. Like, the evidence that comes out about Diddy, like, we need to, like, it all better be, like, even more ridiculous and heinous than what we've even come to realize up to this point. Like, the way that Diddy is, like, getting buried, like, this shit better be even more insane than what we already know. The whole Diddy thing. I'm sure it is. The way that the state, you know, the actual government is treating Diddy. You know, it's not really this Tony Busby guy that's controlling all of it at the end of the day. He's bringing the accusations. You know, JAYZ stuff isn't wrapped up in the government yet. But Diddy, whew, dude, holy shit. Where am I? Before the lawsuit was refiled Sunday, I'm going to lose my shit with this website. Before the lawsuit was refiled Sunday, Carter received a letter from plaintiff's counsel requesting a mediation to resolve this matter. Busby wrote in the suit, in response to the letter, which NBC News has seen, Carter filed his own lawsuit against the accuser's attorneys. Busby wrote in the suit, "You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same," Carter added in his statement Sunday. "I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children." The lawsuit claims that in 2000, when Doe was 13, Combs and Carter raped her at a house party after the MTV Music Video Awards in New York. Guessing this is a picture from that night. The lawsuit says a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. She did not have a ticket, and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after party. One driver, the lawsuit says, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to a party after the show and told her to return to his car later in the evening after he transported Carter and Combs, the lawsuit says. Later, the driver picked her up, the suit says, and after 20 minutes, they arrived at a white house with a U-shaped driveway, the suit says. She had to sign a doc she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival and did not receive a copy to enter the party, which the suit says was filled with celebrities and people doing marijuana and cocaine. Oh, man. That's funny. It's just crawling with people doing marijuana. She was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down, the suit says, and she went into a room to rest. Shortly afterward, the suit says Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You are ready to party." That's when she alleges Carter removed her clothes, held her down, and raped her while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. She says Combs also raped her as Carter and the woman looked on. The suit says that she was able to resist being forced to perform oral sex on Combs by hitting him in the neck and that he stopped. That is pretty Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was getting a couple stories mixed up there in my head. After the alleged assault, the suit says she grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to a gas station where she called her father. It says the accuser is seeking unspecified damages. We need to. I want to hear from her father. You know, we need corroborating stories. I need more details. Like, do the people in her life at the time know about this? Can we hear from them? You know, that kind of stuff. The accuser is seeking unspecified damages. The lawsuit is filed under New York Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act. My only heartbreak is for my family, Carter said in the statement. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable, Carter added. So that gets into a bit of the response. Right? JAYZ's response here. Oh, yeah. So here's JAYZ accused in a civil lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl. The full... Wait, is that what I was already reading? Oh, duh. So what's going on here? JAYZ lawsuit response. The response is pretty interesting because he... In a statement issued to CNN, Carter said that the woman's inconsistencies prove that Busby filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press, Carter's statement continued. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Carter's attorney, Alex Spiro, told CNN, it is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. We are asked the court to dismiss this frivolous case today and will take up the matter of additional discipline of Mr. Busby and all the lawyers that filed the complaint. Spiro also filed a letter to the judge on Friday night regarding the inconsistencies in Jane Doe's account, calling her allegations a sham. 1 second. Basic facts in her narrative, the who, what, when, and where are wrong, Spiro wrote to the judge. Okay. Close that. When pressed, the plaintiff admitted she was guessing about key details. She admits she has no single corroborating witness over the last 24 years. Yeah, that's not going to be helpful, because if that's true, then the very basic questions I was asking to just, like, get a actual sense of the legitimacy of her story was immediately like, well, do the people around her, like, what does her dad have to say? Who picked her up? Or does anybody around her know of the story or anything like that? But if there's not a single corroborating witness, what is anybody supposed to do with this information? Like, there's nothing to do about it. It happened 24 years ago. Prior to Busby filing Jane Doe's amended complaint in which Carter was named, Carter's lawyers had filed an extortion suit against Busby, claiming that the Houston-based attorney was trying to shake down innocent celebrities, politicians, and business people with an army of masked accusers. With knowing what I know about Busby, just by reading his Wikipedia page, there's a lot of sketchy shit in that Wikipedia page. This man is very inconsistent with his, like, moral positioning. He has definitely represented victims that needed justice and has helped find justice for, innocent people, innocent victims, right? That is, can't take that away from him. But he seems to kind of just want to get his name out there as well. Like, very much so, like, trying to stay in the public eye, trying to do outrageous things, outlandish things. For example, sleeping on the streets during an Arctic storm to, quote-unquote, raise awareness. Like, on his Wikipedia page, it does not specify raising awareness for what. So, like, clearly it was just a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? Like, so he wants to keep his name out there. He's running for mayor, running for city council, all sorts of shit. Parking his tank on the street and getting in a public spat with the neighborhood association about it. Like he just wants to keep his name in the papers. That is undeniable. Now, this takes nothing away from the actual victims of Diddy. And if this is true, you know, these claims against JAYZ, like, we need the evidence. Busby. Come on, man. What the fuck is going on here? Brother. Lawyers for Combs, who has previously denied all civil allegations against him, criticized Busby in a statement to CNN. Also, yeah, this doesn't help. Like, if this thing against JAYZ is going to overshadow the very real claims against Diddy, like, this could very well, like, help Diddy's case. Just, like, at least in the public eye. So, Busby, be careful with what you're doing, bro. Like, come on, man. At least, hopefully you prove me wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong about this. Hopefully you got the evidence and you got the witnesses, but we'll see. I don't know, right? So let me back out of some of the ones I got open. So then we've got accuser admits to mistakes in their allegations. Okay. Continuing on with the JAYZ. This was yesterday. JAYZ says true justice is coming after rape accuser admits to mistakes and allegations. This was over before it began. Sean Carter, known as JAYZ, is reacting to a new report from his rape accuser where she acknowledges she has made some mistakes recalling the allegations. Beyonce's husband shared a statement claiming true justice is coming and doubled down saying the incident didn't happen. Today's investigative report proves this attorney, Busby, filed a false complaint against me in the pursuit of money and fame, Carter said in a statement shared by his company Rock Nation. This incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. In a new interview with NBC News, an Alabama woman acknowledged the inconsistencies in her allegations where she claims JAYZ and Diddy raped her when she was 13 years old. I have made some mistakes, she told NBC News. However, the woman identified as a Jane Doe maintains that the overall allegations are true despite some of the details not being consistent. One claim she made was that her father picked her up following the alleged assault, but her father doesn't remember that. Ooh. That answers a very important question for me. JAYZ's lawyer, Alex Spiro, also shared a statement saying it is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling this false story in the press. We are asking the court to dismiss this frivolous case, blah, blah, blah. We know that. Okay, so that's a minor update. Not really even much of an update, but I did get that little piece of information about her father. So, we don't know. We need evidence. Like I keep saying, if the state picks us up, then we got something. I mean, I don't got shit. I don't want this to be true. If the state picks us up, Busby might have something here. If it did happen, we need to know. Regardless, we need to know the evidence and what the fuck is going on here. JAYZ is too much of a goddamn important asset to hip hop to go down this easy. But if this did happen, fuck JAYZ. We'll know. JAYZ's gonna deny it for the rest of his life, but we'll get a sense in the upcoming months, next year, I guess. I don't know. We'll get a good sense. But we have more. That's not all the JAYZ news. So that's the most recent JAYZ news. Okay, but I've had some other JAYZ things bubbling up. So let's take a look into JAYZ's world a little deeper. Some JAYZ news. that was bubbling up on the cusp of this big rape accusation. So December 3rd, JAYZ's luxury weed brand reportedly struggling despite $575 million investment. JAYZ's luxury weed brand Monogram is reportedly in financial trouble despite receiving initial backing of over $500 million. Like, how do you fumble $500 million for weed? The easiest thing in the world to sell. But if JAYZ can sell it, I mean, there's something wrong. Seems like there's something wrong with this Monogram company as opposed to JAYZ. Something so wrong that not even $500 million could keep it afloat. Joints from the company, which launched in 2020, retailed for $50, 10 times the average price in California. So that's a big red flag right off the bat. The company originally estimated it would gross upwards of $300 million in its first year, but their accounts for 2022 show that Monogram's parent company, TPCO, suffered a $587 million net loss, according to SF Gate. Following the filing, Monogram appears to have been sold to a separate company called Gold Flora, which is also in dire financial straits. What about that where does $587 million go? This year, Gold Flora revealed it had suffered losses of $56 million, while it has debts of over $60 million, more than it has in assets. Like, at this point, it just seems like money laundering. How do you, are they even creating product? The company has also been sued for allegedly not paying invoices, apparently owing a cannabis farm over $200,000. How? Where'd the money go? It's like a front for a operation that went up belly up or something. Because where does $500 million go with nothing to show for it in the company? They don't even have stock. Like, they don't even have weed to sell. JAYZ, who is chief visionary officer for Monogram and a central point of its initial publicity splash, has not yet commented on the company's financial woes. Monogram appears to be a rare miss in JAYZ's vast business empire, which has powered his personal net worth to $2.5 billion, according to Forbes. Most recently, he bought into the luxury watch marketplace WristCheck. I didn't hear about that. JAYZ expands investment portfolio with stake in luxury watch marketplace. July 4th, 2024. JAYZ himself is an avid watch collector. Was part of the company's latest round of fundraising, which totaled $5 million. The website allows collectors to buy and sell luxury timepieces that have already been authenticated by watchmakers, so those spending up to 7 figures on a watch know it's the real deal. Some rich people shit. The rap legend, who himself is an avid watch collector. Okay, I just read that. The website allows collectors to buy and sell. Okay, I could have just kept reading. Co-founder Austin Shu said of Ho's investment in a statement, "As an entrepreneur, JAYZ has always been an inspiration to me. I remember growing up to his music. His lyrics not only introduced me to watch brands like Audemars Piguet, but also fueled my love for watches even further as he bridged the gap between I thought we were talking about the weed brand. Okay. JAYZ is also known for his extensive investment holdings, which include a large real estate portfolio, an early investment in Uber, and stakes in marijuana software company FlowHub, and plant-based milk company Oatly." I don't know what FlowHub is. Do a quick googly. Googly woogly moogly. Just curious. Let's see here. Grow your dispensary business. Oh, it's like for businesses. JAYZ's like making businesses to run your businesses. He's also a former owner of NBA team Brooklyn Nets and recently announced plans to get into the casino business. All of that is now seems to be up in the air, right? So that's interesting. Okay. JAYZ is, maybe his heart's not in weed anymore. It seems like he didn't care about this company. Otherwise, he maybe would have stepped in a little more. Okay, so that's where JAYZ was at in the weeks leading up to the rape accusations. And other news, further news, JAYZ's team, this was in November 19th. JAYZ's Team Rock sues Kansas City, Kansas for records related to alleged police misconduct. I'm from Kansas City. I live on the Missouri side, but I go to school on the Kansas side. It's all like one big city. We're right on the border of Kansas and Missouri. The hip-hop moguls company and the Midwest Innocence Project want a court to compel Kansas City to comply after claiming it has stonewalled them for a year. JAYZ's Team Rock, the social justice arm of his Rock Nation entertainment company, filed a lawsuit Tuesday claiming Kansas City, Kansas has violated public records laws by failing to timely produce law enforcement records related to decades-long allegations of police abuse and misconduct. The suit, filed in Wyandotte County District Court in partnership with the Midwest Innocence Project, says the KC Police Department has not released substantial documents related to complaints pertaining to current and former detectives and officers after Rock Nation submitted a records request in November of 23, which I remember hearing some news about that last year. So now, fast forward a year later, the corrupt-ass police department has not released those documents. For decades, communities in KCK, particularly minority and immigrant communities, large Hispanic population in KCK, they've been subjected to an alarming pattern of abuse and other serious misconduct by the KCK PD, according to the suit, which was first obtained by NBC News. Rather than promoting a culture of transparency and accountability, the KCKPD has a long history of turning a blind eye to, at best, and even covering up, if not worse, abusive and or corrupt conduct by its officers. The suit adds the complaint against the Kansas City Police Department and the Unified Government of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas, alleges they have stonewalled the plaintiffs for almost a year as part of its request under the Kansas Open Records Act. The plaintiffs said they were initially charged $2,200 in fees, which they agreed to pay. But today, according to the plaintiffs, the 225 documents provided are mostly personnel locator records showing officer shifts and assignments, and a smaller handful consisting of training materials and department policies. Hold on, Vivian's calling for me. 1 second. Alright, I have to get my daughter some milk. 1 second. Let's rock and fucking roll. I said let's rock and let's fucking roll, baby. No, for real though. Let's go. This is pretty crazy, actually. The Rock Nation. First off, I didn't know Rock Nation had a social justice arm. It's kind of cool. Regardless of whatever JAYZ's going through, you know, they're an organization. They're doing real shit. You know, they're still suing the KCK, even though JAYZ is being accused of rape. Social justice doesn't stop. For concurrent viewers, thank you all for being here, even while I'm gone. Y'all are so real. Literally just sitting here watching a blank screen. Me not even sitting here. Y'all stay. That's dope. That's dope. All right, let's continue. Where was I though? But today, according to the plan, oh my god. The 225 documents provided are mostly personnel locator records showing officer shifts and assignments, and a smaller handful consisting of training materials and department policies. There has not been one document related to any complaint or investigation into even a single instance of misconduct by any member of the KCKPD, as requested, the suit says. The city's police force has come under scrutiny over allegations of corruption and civil rights violations in recent years. Activists have called for a broader federal investigation, particularly in light of the alleged abuses under former Casey police detective Roger Golubsky, who in September 2022 was charged with federal civil rights crimes after he was accused of exploiting black women for sex and framing people for crimes they say they did not commit. And this is a pretty big deal in our city right now. This whole Roger Golubsky guy, this piece of shit. This is funny. Federal indictment accuses Roger Golubsky, who is white, of sexually assaulting 2 women on several occasions from 1998 to 2002. But yeah, so he would like pick up, women of color and rape them as far back as 1998. And they got him, He, I guess, is in jail now. We could, go read about that. It's a little, we are in the rabbit hole right now, but I got a lot of shit to get to, so go read about that one on your own. But that's what instigated JAYZ to get involved in this, or, the Rock Nation to get involved in this. He was charged with federal civil rights crimes after he was accused of exploiting black women for sex and framing people for crimes they say they did not commit. In an interview with NBC News, Team Rock's managing director Danya Diaz said they only received the personnel documents related to 3 out of 16 requests, and some requests have not been sufficiently answered in a reasonable amount of time under the law. She said they believe litigation is warranted to compel action and to ultimately bring accountability to a department where officers' actions have come under scrutiny. This filing is because human beings with badges have betrayed the public's trust. That type of behavior must be held to a standard. Kansas City Police didn't immediately respond to a request for comment about the lawsuit, and the Unified Government of Wyandotte County, Kansas City, Kansas declined to comment on pending litigation. The state's public records law does maintain that certain documents are exempt from public review, including personnel info of public employees and criminal investigation records. But that's the shit we need. But the plaintiffs contend that the unified government denied his request in broad, undifferentiated strokes and failed to distinguish between records relating to pending and closed investigations, and failed to acknowledge that virtually all legitimate privacy concerns could be resolved through redactions. Yeah, because the police department is just squirming their way out of this shit. Obviously, it's all bullshit. They just don't want to give us the records because they're bad. So thank you. JAYZ's really going through it right now, but at least his company, Rock Nation, the social justice arm, which is called Team Rock, at least they're out here still fighting the good fight. In my hometown, nonetheless. Isn't that crazy? So although the old guard is falling currently, and the cracks are, they're forming. There's it's rumbling, there's like little pebbles scattering down. The foundation is cracking and crumbling of this hip hop shit. Of our goats, the legends. JAYZ, Kanye. But hey, JAYZ, I got faith for this man. Did he rape a 13-year-old in 2000? I don't know. My heart tells me, hopefully not. But at the same time, Team Rock is out here fighting a really good fight. Max Koch, a First Amendment rights lawyer in Lawrence, Kansas, said the state's open records law turns on whether disclosure of a document is in the public interest. There's a legitimate argument to be made that records related to police misconduct can shed light on how the public is being served, he added. Although Kansas's law is liberally constructed to promote openness when there's ambiguity over whether a record is public, law enforcement records related to criminal complaints are routinely denied, Koch said. Team Rock's interest in Kansas City transpired after learning from local media in 2021 that the FBI had found numerous allegations of civil rights violations of officer misconduct and excessive force dating back to the 90s. In 2022, Team Rock sued the department and took out a full-page ad in the Washington Post calling for an investigation. Team Rock attorney Alex Spiro wrote to the Justice Department that a blue wall of silence had allowed alleged misconduct to fester over decades. Following Golubski's arrest, Team Rock and other organizations rallied to get the Justice Department to launch a police pattern and practice investigation in Kansas City, Kansas, where about half the population is black and Latino. That has not happened, although an investigation was opened in neighboring Kansas City, Missouri, regarding alleged discrimination within its police force of black officers. Yeah, what's up with KCK? I mean, KCPD, which is the Missouri Side Police Department, is pretty corrupt as well, pretty bad. But even they are cooperating more than the KCK Police Department, which tells me KCK Police Department is shaking in their boots a bit. They got some skeletons in their closet. Stuff they don't want us to find out about. Maybe they've cleaned up their act these days. But honestly, no, not really. But what happened in the past, it must be pretty dark. Pretty bad. That investigation has had little traction, according to the Kansas City Star, dimming hopes among some police reform advocates and community groups that the Justice Department under a Trump administration would review police in Kansas City, Kansas as well. Under the first Trump administration, the department all but abandoned broad civil rights investigations into police forces. Yep. Trump's transition team did not immediately respond to a request for comment about his potential plans for the Justice Department's police investigations. Meanwhile, attention on KCK police is expected to return next month when Golubski's trial is scheduled to begin. When was this written? So his trial starts this month. So so the Golubski guy, he's not in jail. Yeah, that's why I hedged my bets earlier when I was talking about it, because he's not in jail yet. His trial is still set to begin. That's the officer that was arrested for raping black women in the late 90s and early 2000s while on duty. Golubski, who retired in 2010 after 35 years on the force, pleaded not guilty to 6 counts of deprivation of civil rights. Kansas City Police didn't immediately respond to a request about community concerns. The Justice Department declined to comment. Kansas City Police Chief Carl Oakman has previously said he would comply with any investigation, but Diaz contends there hasn't been any willingness on the department's part to be more transparent. We strongly believe that everyone wants to live in a society where they feel safe, she said. We are open to speaking to anyone who cares, and if this is not resolved before Trump takes office, we will work with the new administration to hopefully get a resolution that's decades long awaited. Yeah, justice for the citizens of Kansas City, Kansas. I mean, it's pretty rough over there. And like the article said, it's like majority black and Latino, and pretty rough police department. Kind of been terrorizing them for the last 30 years. It's sad. It's sad, and that one hits home. So JAYZ's, his company's doing some good there. It's worth noting. Is that it for JAYZ? There's one more thing about JAYZ. Granted, I put this in here before the rape allegations, so this may seem a little off color. But this was an article written December 4th, 10 days ago. Article is only 10 days old. It's funny how things, the mood shifts really quickly right these days in this media landscape we're living in. But 10 days ago, JAYZ's The Book of Hove Museum exhibit turned into an actual book. Last week was a good week. This week, not so much. JAYZ fans who didn't get a chance to attend his Book of Hove Museum exhibit need not miss out, as it has been turned into an actual book. The rap legend teamed up with luxury publisher Asuline to release a coffee table book called The Book of Hove, a tribute to JAYZ, on Wednesday, December 4th, coinciding with his 55th birthday. The original exhibit, which was held at the Brooklyn Public Library from July to December last year, showcased thousands of JAYZ artifacts, including original recording masters, never-before-seen photos, and iconic stagewear. I wonder if anything from the 2000s VMAs is there. Oh, God, that's disturbing. Aiming to provide a behind-the-scenes look at the billionaire mogul's life while celebrating his artistry, roots, accomplishments, and transcendent cultural impact. The exhibit even featured a full-size recreation of Baseline Studios, the famed New York City recording studio where Jigga crafted classic albums like The Blueprint and The Black Album. According to Asuline, the 432-page book commemorates and immortalizes the immersive installation, showcasing in one place the thousands of archived objects from every facet of JAYZ's professional life. In addition to nearly 700 images, the collector's item also includes in-depth essays to accompany each of its 8 chapters, putting Hove's achievements and cultural impact in context for readers. The Book of Hove, a tribute to JAYZ, doesn't come cheap, though, with a classic edition costing $120 for a book? A book, huh? And an ultimate edition, featuring a luxurious clamshell presentation case, white gloves, and a signature canvas tote bag, setting readers back $2,000. What? Dude, luxury items will always blow my mind. The price that the companies will sell like a pair of glasses for example, like just like $20,000 pair of glasses or something. It's just nuts. Like I couldn't imagine having money to throw away like that. Even if you did, why? Buy normal glasses. So stupid. All right, copies are available to purchase here. Let's take a look. Whoa. That's a coffee table book for show. Where's the $2,000 version? There it is. There's the $2,000 version. Holy shit. So this is like a kind of cool company, actually. I want to see what other products they have, but damn. Nestled in a luxurious clamshell presentation case, this visually stunning volume features I wonder if they're gonna put this. They're gonna give a rape accusations discount. God damn it. Oh, bad timing. Oh man, this Asuline company is probably pissed. What are their best sellers? James Bond, Mexico City. Now I'm just curious. I mean, these are cool, but way too expensive. Like, I'm not spending $120 on some damn book. Books are free, bro. I go to the library. Them shits are free. Alright, a portion of the proceeds from the sale of the Ultimate Edition will be donated to the Brooklyn Public Library. Oh, that's good. That's cool. A portion. It can mean anything. $1. Alright, the Book of Hove Museum exhibit attracted over 600,000 visitors, making it one of the largest public installations in U.S. history. Whoa! That's crazy. People love JAYZ. It was especially well received in the hip-hop community, with Jermaine Dupri crowning it one of the best hip-hop 50 celebrations. As I'm coming in the studio, I'm watching clips of this Book of Hove thing that Brooklyn Library decided to wrap the whole building in JAYZ's lyrics and turn the whole library into the Book of Hove exhibit, he said in a video posted online. Man, dude, JAYZ's so respected. They wrapped the whole fucking Brooklyn Library in his lyrics. Listen, man, this is one of the most creative things I've seen done for Hip Hop 50. I'm inspired, and this is part of the Hip Hop 50 thing, so that's pretty cool. Questlove was also blown away after visiting the exhibit in person, particularly by the replica of Baseline Studios. Yo, man, I'm mind blown. They recreated Baseline Studios, he exclaimed while filming himself providing a tour of the exhibit. Wow, this is to the letter. This is literally to the letter. Man, it's such a shame this cool ass accomplishment in JAYZ's life is being overshadowed now by these accusations. If they're true, then let it be. But if they're not, man, this is super, super depressing for JAYZ. I mean, and as the public, as a member of the public, I just have to wait and see what happens. If the state of New York decides to prosecute JAYZ for this, that is bad. Obviously for JAYZ, but it's bad for hip hop fans, because that means there's evidence. There's, when the government goes after a case, they're going after it for a reason. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for staying here. Thank you guys for being here. One concurrent viewer. 2 concurrent viewers? It's telling me 2 different things. But however many people are here right now, thank you. Thank you. Do you want to talk about Kanye? Because we're going to talk about Kanye now. I promised it, so I will do it. Kind of old news at this point. Almost a month old. 11/22/2024. Kanye West sued. You made me gag like BDSM porn, claims America's Next Top Model contestant. Let's read. Kanye West made a music video shoot more like a porn set, according to model Jen Ann, who claims he made her gag and choked her until she blacked out. Jen, who appeared in Cycle 13 of America's Next Top Model, filed a federal lawsuit against West, alleging the 2010 shoot for his and LaRue's In for the Kill music video took a horrible turn after he picked her out of a lineup of women. Never heard the song. I am very, very lightly familiar with the name of this band. Don't know their music, though. Didn't know Kanye did this collaboration. Very odd. He allegedly said, "Give me the Asian girl," and then started filming a scene at New York City's Chelsea Hotel, which she found humiliating and dangerous. Okay, so this is Jennifer. It's unrelated.
Okay, let's scream pretty though. Ready? Okay, probably shouldn't say that about people, Bianca.
So this is it. Alright, you get the idea. According to docs obtained by TMZ, Jen says she was wearing very revealing lingerie, and Ye said, "That's why I chose you." And then he had her sit in a chair across from him and told the director to put the camera directly on Jen. You know, all of this really lines up with what I know about Kanye's behavior. Like, this is not this should not be that shocking to anybody. The accusation isn't even like it. He didn't. I mean, it's very wrong. It's very much sexual assault, but he's not like whipping his dick out or anything. Like, it's nothing that's like super unbelievable. Like knowing Kanye, knowing how he acts in groups of people, knowing how shameless he is, knowing how much of a sex addict he is, knowing the accusations of his behavior in the workplace from just this decade. This is so Kanye. Just putting that out there, in my opinion. In the suit, she says Kanye then started strangling her with both hands and then smothered her face with his hands before he rammed several fingers down her throat, continuously moved them in and out, and gagged her to emulate forced oral sex. Jennifer says this went on for more than a minute. She claims Ye screamed, "This is art! This is fucking art! I'm like Picasso!" Yeah, real freak. Oh, this is the song. Okay, the song's probably ass. To Jen, the whole scene felt more like pornographic gagging, deep throat BDSM fetishes than a music video shoot. Ooh, we should watch the video. Oh, we can't. It's going to get claimed. I wish we could. We'll look at stills. By the way, Kanye only appeared on the remix for In the Kill. It's a LaRue track, and Jen claims LaRue later described the shoot to a friend by saying she'd seen some upsetting, unsettling behavior. Oh. So LaRue kind of backs up Jen's claims, at least very lightly, very vaguely, said she's seen some upsetting and unsettling behavior on the shoot. So Jen is suing Kanye and UMG for gender-motivated violence. Same type of claim being charge being levied against JAYZ, the gender-motivated violence thing. So I assume this isn't... Let's see here. So this is just no Kanye in this. Oh, nice beast placement there. Okay. No Kanye in there. Not really relevant. It doesn't appear the scene ever made it into the final edit. The music videos online for the song don't feature Ye or Jen. In the suit, she alleges the record label and other high-profile figures in the biz tried to bury the incident. It's probably why LaRoe never, that the most they ever said was upsetting and unsettling behavior. They were probably forced to not say anything, or felt forced. So that's that. I do have another article about it. Let's look. Kanye West accused of sexually assaulting and strangling a model on music video set, new lawsuit says. So this did occur in 2010. Okay, looking for new info that we haven't read about already. The New York City Police Department says it takes sexual assault and rape cases extremely seriously and urges anyone who has been a victim to file a police report so we can perform a comprehensive investigation and offer support and services to survivors. A few hours into the video shoot, Ye arrived and took control of the production and the production team. See, that tracks. Doesn't mean it's true. I'm just saying it tracks with what we know about Kanye. It's like, it's a believable, it's not out of the character for Kanye. And that's kind of crazy considering the behavior that we're talking about here, like strangling and choking and shoving fingers down throats. But when you're as egotistical as Kanye, this shit happens. And people stay silent about it. They don't talk. At least back in the day. So he gets there, he takes control of the production team, specifically who ordered the female background actors / models, including plaintiff, to line up in the hallway. He evaluated their appearances, pointed to two of the women, and then commanded them to follow him. This gives me, very much is giving me Trump with the, his, teenage pageant things that he would run. You know what I mean? Like, he'd go in and, check out the little girl models and, critique their outfits and shit, be really weird and creepy. Obviously, this is Kanye doing this to a fully grown adult, so it's different, but just commanding and just bossing immediately with this sexual undertones to it. It's very, very giving Trump. The lawsuit alleges that Ye then pointed at Ann and said, "Give me the Asian girl." Ann, who was wearing revealing lingerie, was uncomfortable but went with him to a suite with a coach and a camera. It says Defendant West then ordered the production team to start the playback music. However, Defendant West did not know his assigned lyrics and instead rambled. Rah, 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 the suit says. Defendant West then pulled two chairs near the camera, positioned them across from each other, and instructed plaintiffs to sit in the chair in front of the camera. The suit alleges that Ye stood towering over Ann and, breathing heavily, began to choke plaintiff with one hand. He then wrapped his other hand around her neck and continued to strangle her with both hands, it says. Next, Defendant West smothered plaintiff's face with both of his hands, which smeared her makeup. He then rammed several fingers down her throat, continuously moved them in and out, and gagged her to emulate forced oral sex. The rapper allegedly screamed, "This is art! This is fucking art!" I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but the image of this story is fucking hilarious. He's just tweaking out. I'm like Picasso. He's in a room with her alone. He took her to a room to I guess with a camera people or production team, just him and her, to film part of a music video that didn't even make it. Not even his song, a remix song. I want to hear from LaRoe or other people on the set. When these accusations are levied, we need other people to back up parts of these stories for me to, for people to build a real credible accusation. So I don't know what's going on. I kind of believe her. But then again, can we hear from the video people? Can we hear from other people that were around? Can other people confirm parts of these stories? That'll help me believe that Kanye was shoving his fingers down this lady's throat, screaming, "This is art. This is fucking art. I am like Picasso." But we do know that he likens himself to Picasso, a la his album, Life of Pablo. And that's partly a reference to Pablo Picasso. So, I mean, like I said, parts of it does track. It makes sense. But we need more evidence. The suit says that Anne struggled to breathe and felt as if she had temporarily blacked out. It says when West was done, Anne's face was covered in saliva and smeared makeup. And by the way, when I say we need more evidence, I just mean like I keep saying, other people that are able to corroborate at least some parts of the story. And it sounds like Laura was hinting at some very crazy things that happened. But the story needs to be told by multiple different people, and still seem consistent when told by several different people. It's pretty easy, that should be pretty easy. The truth should be able to reveal itself pretty easy in most cases. I mean, I guess that's not true. Clearly that's not true, but when I say the truth, I mean like a credible feeling accusations. To have credible feeling accusations, the story needs to be painted by multiple different people in a consistent way, UMG is also named in the lawsuit as a defendant and accused of failing to investigate the incident. The corporation did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Saturday. The rapper has been at the center of several recent lawsuits, including an amended suit last month filed by a former assistant accusing him of sex assault and sex trafficking. That's yes, we know all about that. That's Lauren Picciotto. All right, we've got our we're keeping our ears to that story. Don't you worry. When there's updates on that, I'll let you guys know. His rep did not respond to the lawsuit. Shit. And a former finalist on the TV competition show America's Next Top Model said she hopes to hold the abusers accountable through the legal system and wants her lawsuit to create a safer world for us and for future artists. Women in the music and entertainment industries have been subject to sexual abuse for years with no resources to speak out or implement change. She said in a statement, "This space is a dangerous place for women. We are essentially objects in the entertainment world. The industries have thrived on placing us in abusive power dynamics." Jesse S. Weinstein, an attorney for Anne, said he could not provide details beyond what is in the lawsuit. "We are honored and privileged to represent Miss Anne, who has displayed great courage to speak out against some of the most powerful men and entities within the entertainment industry." Has she made other accusations against people? Weinstein said in a news release, "Everyone's voice is important and West cannot escape liability because of his success and notoriety. Anne is seeking compensatory and punitive damages against Ye." Compensatory and punitive damages. Okay, you guys, it's just, like I said, another shit stain in the mural that is Kanye West. Another shit stain. Used to be a beautiful, flawless, impeccable mural, but within the last 2 years, he started pooping in his hand. This is something I said earlier. He started pooping in his hand and smearing that on his canvas instead of his beautiful, colorful art that he used to create. Now it's just a bunch of shit. And I guess it's always been a bunch of shit. But the veil was pulled back a couple years ago, for me personally at least. It's a shame. Kanye is one where it's like these accusations, it's really bad for Kanye. Go watch my video, the Lauren Picciotto case. Kanye is truly a monster, I think is the name of the video. I've got videos about Kanye. Go watch, I go in the details. It's all bad, y'all. It's all bad, man. JAYZ, on the other hand, I'm holding out hope for JAYZ. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's going on there. That one's like, I don't know. The Tony Busby guy. I do believe the Diddy shit. Because we have evidence. And because the state is going after Diddy. JAYZ, so far, state's not involved. They've declined to comment. They get involved, we'll be talking about this again. All right. We do have one more Kanye thing, though. Right? Maybe not. Oh, yes, we do. We do. Oh, my God. My daughter, she just said my name. She's supposed to be asleep right now. Oh, my God. I'm going to hit this last story, though, before I go to sleep. All right. I'm going to hit this last story, but I have to go address my daughter real quick. I need to go guide her back into bed. All right, so give me one more minute. I know I keep leaving. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking here. Thank you. I think it's, one, two, got few people in here. Thank you guys. JAYZ is the next R. Kelly? Maybe. Although, I don't think so. I really don't think so. We would have been hearing whispers throughout the years. I don't know if it's that bad. But this accusation that's been levied against him this week is very bad. It's very heinous, if true. We got to get to the bottom of it. We need the evidence. We need the corroborating stories. We just don't know. But is he the next R. Kelly? I don't know. I don't think so. But we'll see. It remains to be seen. It does remain to be seen. But all right, please stick around. I will be right back. We have one more Kanye story to get to before I'm done for the night. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll just keep rolling. She hasn't said my name. My daughter is upstairs. She's supposed to be going to sleep. She's laying down with her mom. But mom's asleep. Vivi's still up. She said my name, and then she went back to bed. So I think I'm fine for now. I have to stay kind of quiet though, so she doesn't hear me. Okay. We're gonna push through here. Listen to this, guys. Kanye West allegedly wore swastika T-shirt and asked Yeezy employee, "Don't you like my shirt?" This was posted a month ago, actually, November 15th. Kanye West former Yeezy employee Murphy Aficionado. Is that a real last name? Aficionado? That's crazy, bro. Alleges the rapper made discriminatory statements about the Jewish and Filipino communities. Why the Filipinos? I mean, why the Jews as well? I truly believe it. So much anti-Semitism that's just open and accepted right now. It's nuts. But and I'm already well aware of Kanye's anti-Semitism, but the talking shit on Filipinos as well. I see. Let's read this. Kanye's former Yeezy employee Murphy Aficionado is suing the rapper, who has legally changed his name to Ye, and his companies Yeezy LLC and Donda Academy. He's filed 12 complaints against West, including discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, and is also demanding a jury trial. That would be crazy, dude. If Kanye, we'll see. One of these Kanye things, it does need to go to jury. Kanye's committed crimes, whether it's just like harassment, alleged rapes, sexual assaults, workplace discrimination. This is bad stuff, y'all. And then all that sprinkled with a whole bunch of Nazism, which technically isn't illegal, but it's horrible and disgusting. All right, in the complaint obtained by People, Aficionado, who worked as a project manager for West Company Yeezy for 9 months, claimed that he experienced unlawful termination and he was not compensated for his work. A rep for West did not immediately return People's request for comment. He alleged that West would make anti-Semitic comments, including, "The Jews got ex-wife Kim Kardashian and my kids. The Jews got them." West reportedly made discriminatory comments about Aficionado's Filipino ancestry and allegedly told him to remove his ugly traditional Filipino tattoos called batok. West allegedly also requested Aficionado come to his hotel room where he engaged in sexual activity with his then-girlfriend Bianca Sensori. Aficionado claims he began working for West in October 2022, worked 50 to 70 hours each week, and on several occasions even slept at the office, per the filing. Dude, Kanye works his employees to fucking death. It's crazy. I mean, Kanye is just a workhorse, bro. He's got people working around the clock for him as well. Really, really wild. Kanye is prolific. He's a lot of things, but he certainly is prolific. Then in February 2023, West allegedly instructed Aficionado to relocate West's school, Donda Academy. The complaint states that Aficionado informed him of the required building permits, but West became irate and yelled that he would not accept waiting or using permits. This is an issue we see happen with a lot of rich people. They get very impatient and frustrated when things can't happen. It's like, bro, this is the real world. Rich people, they a lot of them, in their own special ways, turn into big fucking children. And this isn't news to anybody. People know this. This is the problem, right? With wealthy people. In July 2023, a Donda Academy representative claimed the school would no longer be in operation. Shortly after, Aficionado claims his YAYZ assignments were revoked and he was no longer welcomed in the offices. As a result of the termination, the lawsuit claims Aficionado suffered economic damages, non-economic damages, punitive damages, malice, oppression, fraud, attorney's fees, and exhaustion of administrative remedies. Okay. Additionally, defendants violated these laws by failing to provide plaintiffs' last paycheck promptly and failing to pay penalties, including additional wages, interest, and fees. Okay. So, this man is mad because Kanye didn't pay him. That's a crispy ass picture right here, by the way. Crispy ass photo. Nice photo. Aficionado claims that almost immediately into his employment, West began to make his proud bigotry and anti-Semitism well known and preached his dogma almost daily. So believable, obviously. This is all, in the last 3 years, this is all Kanye does. He just rants, and it's very anti-Semitic, and frankly very racist. And Kanye loves that. That's why he embraced Trump. He loves it. He's fully immersed into the right wing, fully red-pilled. Kanye is just like, it's really bad. You know, everybody wants to defend Kanye, like, no, Kanye's just misunderstood, blah, blah. No, you guys. Kanye's not misunderstood. Kanye's MAGA. He's full MAGA, obviously. Fully embracing the bigotry. That's why he likes Trump. He embraces Trump so he can embrace his bigotry. Unapologetically. And I guess half the country has done the same. At times I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle at this point, but I cannot not fight this fight. And we're going to do it here on the front lines of hip-hop. I heard my daughter's calling my name again. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Let me wrap up the story here. We'll wrap up reading this, and then I gotta split. I literally have to wake up in like 5 hours to go to work. So, God, finally got a haircut. Didn't mention that, but that shit was like a month late. Anyways, so yeah, preaching his dogma almost daily. He would frequently make disparaging remarks about Jewish people. The Jews are out to get me. They froze my bank account. The Jews got Kim Kardashian and my kids. West allegedly aggressively responded by telling him the Jews convinced Kim Kardashian she has Jewish masters. The rapper also made comments about Aficionado's Filipino tradition. West pointed at Aficionado's tattoos, telling him that they were ugly and should be removed. Aficionado also alleges that in November 2022, he was summoned for a work meeting in West's room at the Beverly Hills Waldorf Astoria. Once he arrived, it was immediately obvious to Aficionado that Sensoria and Ye were very recently having sex. West then allegedly commanded Aficionado to come in and sit down in the hotel room. Sensoria attempted to close the door of the adjoining bedroom, but Aficionado alleges that Ye reopened the closed door, fully exposing Sensoria's nude breasts. West then reportedly asked Aficionado what he thought about Candace Owens' lawyer that had just left. Ye added, "I think he's a Jewish spy." By the way, Candace Owens is very anti-Semitic as well. Actually, her and Kanye, they really connect on that together. And they're so paranoid about Jews. This is the thing with anti-Semitism, about Nazis, about neo-Nazis. They are extremely paranoid people. Like, they got bugs in their skin. There's Jews everywhere. Everybody's an undercover Jew. Candace Owens, super anti-Semitic, hates Jewish people. I think her lawyer is an undercover Jewish spy. He's paranoid for Candace Owens. Kanye has fully become a freak. I'm telling you. People want to defend Kanye. He's misunderstood. You don't get it. No, if you were to hang out with Kanye one-on-one or in a group with a group of people, I guarantee you, you would realize this guy is lost it. This guy has lost his fucking mind. Nothing cool about him anymore. He doesn't even make good music. This is the thing with conservatism, with neo-Nazism, with bigotry. It sucks the creative soul out of you. Case in point, Vultures 1 and Vultures 2. Need I say more? I mean, you can't, there's something about the conservative brain rot that it's a creativity blocker. It's very strange. I think it should be studied scientifically. Um, 10 minutes later, West rejoined Aficionado, allegedly wearing a t-shirt with a swastika. He asked Aficionado, "Don't you like my shirt?" Intimidated and concerned for his job, Aficionado claims he replied, "It is definitely unique." Then randomly and without solicitation, Ye sat down with Aficionado, showing him nude photos of his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, on his phone. A certified neo-Nazi freak. Later that same week, Aficionado says he was asked to return to West's room. During that meeting, he alleges West and a famous NFL wide receiver were in their towels awaiting massages. Aficionado reportedly offered to leave, but West commanded him to wait in the room. The complaint claims West then had sex with his masseuse. When West returned, the NFL wide receiver went in for his massage. Aficionado did his best to concentrate on his work discussion with Ye, but remained extremely uncomfortable, especially while the NFL wide receiver could be heard in the background. Ugh. This guy's complaints seem pretty fucking like straight to the point, incredible. I mean, obviously he's like pissed that he didn't get the money that he was owed, and that may be like his driving reason to be filing this, but I mean, let's look. Who is this guy? Seems like a notable guy. Like I wonder what his resume is like. Is this his LinkedIn? Not much there. It's just all about Kanye at this point. Okay, so that's that. That's about all I got for that one. But that one's very interesting to me. Again, more shit brushstrokes, more brushstrokes of shit on the canvas that is Kanye West. As I said earlier, used to be a beautiful, impeccable, abstract, gorgeous painting. But then this decade, really, I guess kind of starting last decade, but we'll just mark it as this decade, Kanye pulled his pants down, started pooping in his hand, and smearing that on his canvas instead, and trying to convince everybody that it's art and that he's Kanye. He can do that, and we're gonna like it. No. I don't fuck with poop. Okay? It's as simple as that. And with that, we've come to the end of the stream. Okay? We've made it. Scratched Up Live, number 23. It's in the books now. It's in the books. Okay? I wanna thank you guys for stopping in here. Keep an eye out for the highlights throughout the week of this stream. Maybe you didn't catch the whole stream. I'll be posting highlights of some of these stories. Give this video a thumbs up if you would. That helps so much. It's so easy. I do it to all my favorite content creators. When their video comes out, I like that shit instantly, because I know it helps them. It helps the algorithm know what I like and feed me other content related to that. And it helps the creator that I like. And it's so free. It's so fucking free. So yeah, make sure to do that. Make sure to give Quarter Day Recordings a follow on all the social medias and everything, and at Quarter Day Recordings on Instagram, at Quarter Day Recordings on TikTok, and then at Derek Obscure on Instagram as well, at Derek Obscure on X, at Derek Obscure on Blue Sky. Oh, also, Threads. Quarter Day Recordings has a Threads account. So, hopefully you use one or some of those. Give us a follow. We're doing stuff all throughout the week usually. Quarter Day Recordings. But it doesn't always all happen on YouTube. A lot of it happens on Instagram and Threads. So you gotta follow to keep up on a weekly basis. But thank you all for stopping in. This has been Scratched Up Live, number 23. This is your first stop on YouTube for hip-hop discussion and production. I'm reading Justice AZ's comments now. Are you familiar with Aaliyah? Yes, I am. Jay-Z was obsessed with her, and his business partner Damon Dash won her heart, so he destroyed both of them. The night of the VMA Awards, she was the reigning queen of staging Beyonce. She died a year later. She was married to R. Kelly when she was 15, and it took 28 years for him to go to jail for all the crimes he committed that involved her. It's wild, but all this is well documented. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I do know about Damon Dash. I know about Jay-Z. You know, I know about. I actually just made a video about Damon Dash, last week. But, we'll keep our eyes on this story, on the evidence, on the Jay-Z shit. But that was the outro song. We're outlasting the outro song. This is all epilogue right now. And with that, peace and love. Have a good night. I'll see you live next week. Peace.